protect the exorbitant profits and keep negotiations from happening. But we're going to see this through. We're going to keep standing up to Big Pharma, and we're not going to back down. Folks, there's a lot of really great Republicans out there, and I mean that sincerely. But we'll stand up to the MAGA Republicans who voted against the Inflation Reduction Act and now are attempting to still repeal it. In the name of the MAGA Republicans who have been trying for years to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, deny tens of millions of Americans access to quality, affordable health care. Today is the start of a new deal for patients where Big Pharma doesn't just get a blank check at your expense and the expense of the American people. On my watch, health care should be a right, not a privilege in this country. There are other ways the Inflation Reduction Act is lowering health care costs as well. As mentioned, beginning in 2025, the Inflation Reduction Act caps total out-of-pocket drug costs for seniors on Medicare at $2,000 a year total, even if their expenses even for expensive cancer drugs that could cost $10,000, $12,000, $14,000 a year, max, cumulative, $2,000. The law already requiring that drug companies that raise prices faster than inflation have to pay the difference to the government between per month. This is, it's never happened before. And look, history's been made here, but it comes alongside the largest drop in unemployment rate in a single year on record.
The Senate in history of the United States has been amazingly and extraordinarily productive. 20 months into the Democratic majority, I just want to take a moment to highlight the many, many accomplishments we have secured in this chamber under Democratic leadership. It's the most in recent memory. The American Rescue Plan, the Bipartisan Infrastructure Bill, the CHIPS and Science Act, the Gun Safety Bill, the Inflation Reduction Act, an omnibus package, and many other bills in between. Senate Democrats have worked hard every step of the way to improve the lives of American people, to help those in the middle class stay there, to help those struggling to get into the middle class a little easier to get there. And we will continue to do our work for the American people this week by passing a CR to keep the government open.
Benefits have lost around 40% of their buying power. One of the biggest proposals in the works is an increase in benefits for people who are ages 80 and older. Not only will this help older adults maintain buying power, but it will also provide a boost for retirees who are running low on savings. And while nothing is set in stone, this plan does propose increasing benefits by around 5%. And it's one of Washington's most divisive proposals, as only 53% of Americans, 53% of Republicans are in favor of voting for it. So if the Republicans decide to block this stimulus check, that means we won't be getting any stimulus payment if President Biden can't get this past the Republicans. But hopefully everybody he can, because President Biden can definitely send out stimulus checks if he's done it before. Now, the nearly 1.9 million borrowers who paid off their loans during the pause and those who refinanced their student loans during the pause into private loans do not qualify for the automatic stimulus check. Yes, people are getting automatic stimulus checks because in August, Biden extended the pause on repayment, interest, and collections, which began back in March 2020. And according to the Office of Federal Student Aid, about 9 million federal student loan borrowers have made at least one check and one payment to April 20 to March 20. Ton of information about the fourth stimulus check. We have to cover a lot of news in this video, so I want you guys to know that we have a ton of information to cover. So continue watching, and don't forget that if you want to get this Amazon gift card right here, all you have to do is redeem the code in the Amazon checkout aisle. It's a $50 Amazon gift card code, so pretty much just redeem the code and you'll get $50, and you could use it for whatever you need on Amazon.
Who are the first to get it? Well, folks who have the direct deposit information already on file with the IRS. The next group of payments, most likely in the next 2 weeks, will be Social Security beneficiaries who receive their benefits by direct deposit. And finally, paper checks will start going out in early May. Now, that process could take 20 weeks total. The IRS estimates it can process 5 million checks a week. All right, now this is the IRS page, and if you don't file taxes, you're going to go to this page and you're going to put your info in right here on this left-hand side. Now, if you get any kind of Social Security benefit...
So Joe Biden is warning against disastrous consequences as Congress moves forward towards another funding deadline. The president and Republicans and Democrats are just debating on new provisions that would impact millions of senior citizens. And with the midterm elections in the rearview mirror, Joe Biden is just top of the White House officials. They're just now negotiating while the clock is ticking for a government shutdown. For weeks, Biden's top deputies, led by the Office Management Director Shalanda Young, have navigated the dynamics of election season. In simple terms, this is what it means. According to CNBC News, many Americans are scared by retirement. Barely half of working-age Americans believe Social Security will provide them the same benefits that are paid to today's retirees. More than two-thirds of Americans fear that workers cannot save enough money on their own to achieve a secure retirement, and countries around the globe face the same demographic challenges of aging populations. Fox reported that low birth rates and increased lifespans are straining the finances of the government and retirement programs in nearly every developed country. So the SSA started distributing these December payments this week. This month, you should be able to keep an eye out on the letter for the Social Security cost of living increase. The letter will have details about your individual benefit rate, also for next year. In January, you'll get the first benefit increase amount. For those who receive SSI, you'll get yours COLA benefit by the end of the month. And according to sources, Social Security supplies a source of income that retirees deem necessary to make ends meet. Since 2002, anywhere from 80% to 90% of annual survey retirees lean on their monthly payout to some degree to cover expenses. Although Social Security is the U.S.'s most successful retirement program, having provided retired workers benefits for 82. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everybody. I hope all of you are having a great week so far. How's your day been? Let me know down in the comments. So in this video, I'll be clearing up all of the confusion that you have about a fourth stimulus check and all of your Social Security benefits. And if you believe that Social Security benefits must be increased by $200 a month, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes. So far, everybody, this past Monday, Democrats in the House of Representatives proposed a bill that would keep the one-year child tax credit expansion permanent. This tax credit was formed as part of Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion stimulus relief plan, and it's going to be helping millions of Americans across the country that have multiple children and are in need of financial help.
Good afternoon. It's a beautiful afternoon. Next week, I'll be laying out the path ahead to continue our fight against COVID-19 to get us to July 4th. This is our target date to get life in America closer to normal and begin to celebrate our independence.
Everybody's support for President Biden's $2 trillion infrastructure proposal is growing more and more every day. So, it is very possible that we might get a fourth stimulus check before the end of the year. And if you guys support